poppin', everybody? Appreciate you guys checking in with us. Man, it's bye week. It's bye week, and I think a lot of people have said it. The one way the Raiders can win is when they can't lose on a goddamn bye week. So you know what? I'm going to enjoy it. I got my guy, Chris, Protect Show Podcast. Severe's going to be here in just a second. He's going to rock with us, but we got a lot of questions to talk about. We're going to talk about JPJ. I watched the entire game film. And for some of you guys that don't know, YouTube doesn't like us breaking down game film, so we're going to still try to bring some game film to you guys. But here's the thing. I still took a look at the game film. And the one topic I want to talk about is JPJ. I want to know just what is the situation with JPJ and what should we expect coming out of this bye week, the way that he was just benched last year. I want to talk about that, or last game. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about what do these players and coaches need to do throughout this bye week. What do they need to get done in order to try to save this season at all? We might talk a little bit about the trade talks. But at the same time, let's talk a little bit about what Pete Carroll can do to potentially save this season. And so we're going to talk about a couple things. We're going to hit up the chat as well. Chat, if you guys got any questions, remember, do us a favor. Hit that hashtag Raiders. We definitely want to say what's up. We appreciate all of our subscribers. We do a sub-only chat to show our appreciation. I don't know if my hold up. Is my shit tripping?
A little bit, yeah.
Is it flickering? Oh, I think I just turned off. Hold on. I'm going to unplug it and plug it back in. But again, we appreciate all the subscribers. Appreciate everybody rocking. Well, I kind of fixed this. Chris, man, what's going on, man? How you feeling?
Feeling good, man. I'm actually looking forward to this weekend, man. Not having a game and can just relax, watch some other football, watch some good football from other teams, and don't have to worry about heartbreak and all that. So it's all good, man. I'm cool, man. I'm in a very unique mindset these days, man. I've never been like this in my life when it comes to the Raiders. So it's it's a little different.
I remember you were close last year. You were close last year just with like AP and the losing and stuff. But what kind of brought it back a little bit was just the fact that it was like, man, like it was like kind of where do we go from here type of thing. But this is very different. I'm dead. Yeah. I feel you, man.
It feels like rock bottom, man, and no light at the end of the tunnel for me.
Because I think here's the thing, is that last year you could pinpoint some things where things were going wrong. It potentially could be fixable. Like last year we had a ton of injuries.
Right.
Kuntz goes down.
Right.
Half of our offensive line was either rookies or coming off of injuries, so they're hurt. We're shuffling some people around. We had Brock, but Devontae Adams, the drama, stuff like that. We're sitting there going, okay, you can pinpoint some things that were going wrong. In our situation, you could pinpoint 20 different things, and you're sitting there going, how the hell do you fix it?
Right. Where do you start?
You know what I'm saying?
Where do you start? Seriously.
Exactly. And shout out to you, man. I think you were saying it last live. Someone asked you, like, if you could fix this thing, where do you start? And you got to sit there and go, shit, I don't know.
You really don't. I mean, it's so deeply rooted, man. And even like what we were talking about, like, okay, and I know like the Raiders shot it down and all this, but it's like, okay, say we did trade Max and we just tore the whole thing down, got some draft picks for him. Do we want Pete handling these draft picks? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, who do we want? I mean, hell, do we want Spy Tech handling these draft picks? So it's like, do we want to get another GM again? Like it's like an endless cycle, man. And then it's like, are we going to be able to track a good, innovative coach? Because
that's the other aspect that not a lot of people have talked about is like, look, there's going to be 2 other job openings for sure. You can have the Titans. There's a chance that Miami job might be open too. I mean, Mike McDaniels over there ain't looking so hot.
Right.
So then, are we going to be the more desirable? That was the conversation we were having last year. We could want all these coaches, but are we a desirable spot for these coaches?
Exactly. And like the only way is like maybe if you get someone who wants to draft their own quarterback. So we will be in a position to get a quarterback, but do they like any of the quarterbacks coming out? And then like, if we had some additional first round picks, it's like, okay, then maybe that's something that you can get excited about as a coach. But, that your leash is going to be short. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'm with you, and that's why, again, it's tough, but we're gonna break a bunch of stuff down, man. I appreciate the chat before my camera decided to crap out a little bit, brought it back. Well, here's my thing: is we appreciate all of our subscribers. We appreciate everybody viewing. If you guys do want to get involved in the chat, hit that sub button. Then you can get involved. It's just our way of showing our appreciation to our subscribers. We appreciate all the members. We opened up memberships. If you guys want to support the channels, we definitely appreciate it. But we opened up memberships. At the same time, you guys flooded it with super chats last time. We appreciate everybody throwing out the super chats and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, we appreciate everybody viewing. We appreciate everybody rocking with us. But let's check out the chat. And guys, Severe's going to be with us in just a second. The comic relief will be here. I promise. He's going to rock through and he's going to give us a good time. So, but
he won't
ASAP in the building. He never does. He never does. What up, ASAP? What's going on, brother? Chewy in the building. What's happening, man? Good seeing you. What up, Dre? What is going on? Emily in the building, always rocking with us. Appreciate you rolling. What up, Raider Paul? What's happening? Brim Blood in the building. Super. Omnicron, what's going on? Sun Goddess. Appreciate you. Good seeing you in here. Isaiah in the building as well. Appreciate you. Kevin Lurker, what is happening, man? Good seeing you in the building. We got Billy Davis in here.
Billy Davis.
We got Quit Shibo in the building. Are you kidding with oil? Jesus Christ. See, the only time that I have to censor the chat is when LS and Dixon come in here. Now I got another one. Big dog, calm that shit down. I'm just saying it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Man, you be bringing in the weirdos, man.
It must be. Is that mine?
It has to be. Cause I would have spiked him. That's just me though.
I just all I do is I just try to show a little bit of love. Call some people. I didn't want to say love with that comment though. My bad. I'm gonna pull that back. I'm gonna pull that back. My bad. I just show some appreciation to the chat, and then sometimes I can actually see what these people are talking about. DMX80, appreciate you. Last year felt like you needed a quarterback. You took a running back. Now you need everything. I know. God, see, appreciate the memories. Appreciate the memories, DMX. Jesus Christ, man. The nation's in distress. Kevin Lurker, yes, it is. Yes, it is. God, see, Robert Pena, just trash can. I will say, and if Raider Travis comes in here, when Raider Travis kind of comes to reality, you know it's bad because Raider Travis is all about positivity and love it. More power to him,
for sure.
But when Raider Travis starts to turn, you know
it's
we got a problem. We got a problem. But appreciate you, Robert Petty in the building. Scott Roddick, what's going on, brother? Appreciate you rolling. Fabian Mayo, what's going on? Appreciate everybody. Hey. Robert Pena. God damn it, man. See, I gotta screen everybody's goddamn chat. Jesus Christ, man. All the comments. It's a slippery slope. So Sun Goddess. We're in as much distress as the Titanic. It is bad. And the first topic I'm gonna bring up, it's gonna be rough. And again, I kind of watched the game film, and I definitely want to bring this up as a topic because this might be a deciding factor as to just how this season is going to go and the direction that this front office wants to take this thing. So I'm going to bring this up, but I'm going to say what's up to a couple more people popping in. You got CJ. CJ, what's going on? Appreciate you. Art Wright, what's happening? Go O-line and D-line, period. For this next draft, fix the most important thing on this team. I think some of us just hope that maybe you guys, everybody listened to us last offseason, and we could have done that in the draft or even through free agency. But that was then. This is now. We'll keep moving forward. What up, Marcos? What's going on? Let's see. Just want to say what's up to everybody. All right. Yay. Appreciate everybody if you can. As we kind of go through these topics, if you can, hit that hashtag Raiders. Catches my eye. We'll definitely bring it up. If you have a question, what have you. We appreciate everybody that's rocking. Double tap that screen if you can. It just hits that like button. We definitely appreciate it. And so, don't lie. What's going on? This roster has 2 and 5 written all over them. It does. It does, and we kind of expected it without question. Mike in the building, what's going on? Hey, appreciate you. Appreciate you reposting it, man. Which is a reminder. If you can, share it to your social media if you can. We definitely appreciate it. But here's the thing. I'm cracking open a beer, and the reason why I'm celebrating is because the real ones know, my guys know that I rock out with, This weekend, I can actually just surprise my kids with candy and be a good dad, be a good father.
Good dad.
That's why I'm excited. I don't have to subject them to whether or not the Raiders score a touchdown or not. Now they're all just pissed off at me. So that's why I'm excited for this weekend. I can surprise my kids with some candy, and so that's why we celebrate. So let's do this. We're gonna start this out first. All right, chat. I want to get you guys' opinion. I don't even want.
I don't know.
Jesus Christ, man.
Appreciate you.
All right. Appreciate the super chat. Throwing it out there. The love is there. Appreciate the super chat. Jesus Christ, man. I mean, hey, the support comes from all areas. I don't know where it's coming from, but
I mean, I am a handsome guy though, man.
No one's gonna argue, Chris, especially when you get down on Fremont Street. No one's gonna argue.
Right. Facts.
But appreciate the super chat. So here's the thing. JPJ got benched last week. And the question is kind of what's going on with that, right? And it was a strange move, right? You bench JPJ for a guard that is statistically the worst one in the National Football League last year, and he's not good. So you bench him halfway through the third quarter. And so, chat, my question is, put that hashtag Raiders if you can. And Chris, I'm going to throw it to you in just a second. Or maybe I'll just I'll tell you what I saw in the game film. Chat, do you think that the benching was justifiable? Hit that hashtag Raiders. I got a second question to it. But do you think it was justified to bench JPJ? Let me know. Huey P, what's going on, man? Good seeing you in the building. Tommy Garten in the building as well. What's happening? I'll say what's up to everybody else in just a second. Let me know. Hit that hashtag Raiders. But when I broke down the game film, there were two plays that JPJ struggled on. Both of them were against Chris Jones. There were plays where he actually handled Chris Jones fairly well.
He handled his own.
But there was one play, Chris Jones walked him into the backfield for the sack. Got it. Or it wasn't a sack. He walked him in the backfield. That sucked, right? There's another play where Chris Jones basically bull rushed his ass all game long and then gave him a little inside move and caught him off guard. It happens. Everybody gets worked by Chris Jones.
Who doesn't he do that to?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So outside of that, if you look at the game film, there was one play where JPJ tried to get to the second level and he whiffed on the linebacker. Bag technique. We've talked about bag technique with this kid. That's fine. But here's the thing, is you bench him in the third quarter, halfway through the third quarter. You replace him with Kappa. And guess what happened to Kappa? Second play, Kappa gets the holding penalty called on him.
Yeah.
In the rest of the game, he looked like absolute horseshit. But then even after that, he looked like horseshit, and Chris Jones was pulled from the game. Chris Jones didn't get another snap the rest of the game. And so you basically, the timing was horrible, and then you just killed any confidence this kid has in him by putting in JPJ. Is this coaching staff handling it properly? What are they doing to this kid? We're going to talk about players that could potentially be traded. But, Chris, man, I'm going to throw it to you, chat. I'm going to look through if you guys have a response to this. What are your thoughts on just the benching of JPJ, and what do you think the future is of JPJ with the Raiders?
Trade the kid. The thing with JPJ, man, JPJ was one of those young guys that you could tell he wanted to be a Raider. He wants to be a Raider. He takes pride in being a Raider. He takes pride in playing tough. Like if you watch him all off season, whether it's during the draft live feed with Max and all that, like he was happy, man. He was in good spirits. He was fired up. He couldn't wait to the season to start. He was super fired up when we drafted Jeanty. I mean, the kid was just filled with just enthusiasm. Like this team is doing even now when you see him, on the sideline or whatever, like he still has that energy. But it's like our team is doing whatever they can to discourage this kid. Everything. I mean, just the way he's been handled. Of course, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but I mean, it's just you don't do that, man. For one, you don't have him in the right position, and just the way the things he said in the media, I mean, we've handled this 1,000% incorrectly. And just like you said, yeah, he's had some reps where they weren't so good, but most of his reps are pretty good. And plus, you're going against one of the best D linemen in the league.
When going through the game film, I saw no reason to bench him.
Right.
If you were going to bench somebody that played poorly, you could have looked at DJ Glaze. DJ Glaze was playing rough out there. And the thing is that, and even then, you shouldn't have, there was no reason to bench DJ Glaze.
Right.
The thing is that I went back and watched every single play of JPJ, and I'm sitting there going, yes, he had some rough plays, but he's going against Chris Jones.
Right.
And then to pull him when you did, and then Kappa gets the holding penalty on the run, and the second play he's in. And then to notice that Chris Jones wasn't even in, that could have been at least a moment where JPJ could get some more just experience. Just keep rocking, bro. Yes, you had some rough plays, but get your confidence back.
Right.
Chris Jones isn't in. And this is a young kid you want to continue to rock with. And to pull him and bench him out of everybody on the offensive line, it's not like you benched him and put in Carlos Rogers and now you got some competition there.
Right.
You put in a guy that most likely won't even be on this team next year because he's that bad. And Alex Kappa. It's almost like you made an example out of him. That's what's wild to me.
But you know what pisses me off, because just what was it, last week or the week before, the reason why we're keeping Gino in and everything is because we need the practice. He's basically saying, hey, you need the reps so we can get better. Then why are you not using that same logic with JPJ? I mean, it just makes no sense, man. Let him continue. I mean, if he's getting killed out there, then let him get his bumps and bruises and keep learning from it. I mean, that's on the you have that on film. You can teach from that. But by benching him, it makes zero sense, man. It makes zero sense. And like you said, for someone that was statistically the worst lineman last year, and to bring him in, he's already over 8. For what, man? All that's going to do is just, it's totally discourage the kid, man. And like I said, he's been nothing but, a ball of energy, and you're just dimming his light.
100%. And here's the thing, Mark. I'm gonna get to the chat. Marcos may say no justification. Huey P. No, he was playing Chris freaking Jones. Exactly. Art White. Hell no. He's in the wrong position anyways. He is, but still, he didn't play bad enough to justify any benching, right? So that's the hard part, right? Blade Davis, you said, yes, it was. All right, you're agreeing with it. J-Dog, someone commented that Brendan Carroll has Undertaker eyes in his video. I did see that video. Just looking at that guy just pisses me off at this point now.
Yeah.
Art White, he needs more practice. Apparently, Pete Carroll will give some people practice, like Chris was saying, but not others.
Yeah, just to make no sense, man.
Huey P, he's trying to do Meredith and DJ Glaze's job. And here's the thing. You go back, right? That Kansas City front four they're good. And so the offensive line just really struggled against them in moments. It wasn't all bad in moments. And so hard part is even when you get down like that in a game, now you're very predictable on offense. And so that defensive line is just pinning their ears back, and now you're very predictable. And so that's what makes it even harder on the offensive line. So it was going to be a rough day when we were down 21-0 for that offensive line. What up, Rundown? What's going on? Ain't no 805. Has Chris? Chris is rocking. He's rocking. We got him out here.
No port today though. No port. So
that was a good one. That was a good live. Shout out to my guy Rundown. Shout out to Turf too. That was a good one. Sun Goddess, no JPJ stays in the game. What you? Art White. That's how JPJ gets educated.
That's true. Exactly.
Sometimes you learn from your failures. It's a problem when you make the same mistake multiple times, but everybody's going to fail. And if you learn from it and you progress from it, that's how you become great. But you got to get those bumps and bruises in order to learn from your mistakes. So, Chewy, JPJ got worked, but you should not bench him. Let him know what it feels like to go up against a real demon. Yes, I mean, and you're rocking against Chris Jones. Rundown. I don't think this coaching staff knows how to properly evaluate talent.
Right there, absolutely. It's clear.
You can't argue that.
It's clear.
I hate it. Huey P. I don't want beef. The Carrolls and Kelly have. He's one of the best players. Oh, I don't know what beef. Yeah. Like, and that's the question, right? That's the question. I'll kind of get to the rest of them. I appreciate everybody. That was Rockin' giving some answers. I'm gonna get to the rest of people. Chris, I'm gonna ask you that question. Obviously, it dates back to it's not just the shuffling of the offensive line. It's not playing him when you should have played him after that concussion. It's also even the comments of Chip Kelly with the whole aura thing, right? Where they were basically saying, like, and this might be just Chip Kelly's personality, but it's Chip Kelly coming out and go, I don't feel nobody's aura. Let's not give him a big head type of thing. And I'm just sitting there going, like,
right.
So what do you think? Do you think there's a true problem just in this locker room between the coaches and JPJ?
It has to be, man. I mean, because if I remember correctly, like, I think in the very, very, very beginning, I don't even think they moved him to guard right away, did they? Like, didn't they just have him, like, backing up? Like, wasn't he just like a second string center?
He was a second string. They were basically saying they were rotating.
Yeah.
Well, it started with the rotation, I believe, of him and Meredith. And everybody was like, wait a second. So who started?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it started off with him not even, like, being on the first team at center. And then you hear about Meredith being the guy, and then you're moving him over to guard, and then he's in a competition with Kappa. We're like, what the hell is going on? So it's like it had to be from the very, very beginning. I don't know if it was mini camp. I don't know what it was. I mean, because like you said, JPJ was all excited during the offseason, when during the draft and all that stuff. Fired up. They said, hey, the very first day he introduced himself to Gino. Hey, I'm your starting center. Like, he was fired up, man. Did that piss him off? Who knows?
Jesus.
Did that piss him off?
And then do you remember when he had he was on the Rush podcast with Max, and you heard him talk just about the passion he had for the center position.
Yeah.
Because he played guard, and he's like, man, I had more I earned some respect for the guards and how they play stuff.
Yeah.
But he's like, man, when I went back to the center position, I felt like I was at home. I felt like, this is like, I felt like I was kind of playing the game again. You know what I'm saying? And if anybody's ever played this game before, for you, half the battle is comfort and familiarity.
Yeah.
If you're ever put out of position, it is hard to continue just the passion until you get it again. That's the hard part, right? Because now you're learning, and learning is always part of the game. But when you're learning and you're confused, it restricts your ability to just get the best out of you. And what's happening is I think JPJ, they straight up, just like you said, they flattened. They just flattened any type of happiness that he had for the O-line. They crushed it. They absolutely crushed it. And so to kind of go back to the chat, appreciate everybody. Mark saying no justification. Oh, no, my bad. I already went through those. Let me kind of go back down. Sorry. Let's see. It was Alec M, what's going on? Coach staff his ass. Yeah, I'm saying. Huey P, like you're saying, like we were just talking about. It's hard to find players that have pride being a Raider.
Exactly.
And
it's frustrating because, like you said, going back to that Rush podcast, like you can hear when he was just telling the story about when he was at guard last year, and then I think Andre James went down or whatever, and like he told AP, like, put me at center. Like, he basically like demanded it, and he took it, and he was I ain't gonna say he was a dog, but he played very well. Like we instantly saw that line get better with him at center. So like he took pride in that, like you said, and you could tell he was pissed off that he wasn't at center before. So the fact that we know that he loves the center position. He takes so much pride in it. And probably when he found out that he wasn't going to be center again, that most people that probably would have just crushed him. But he still went out there and competed and was being a good teammate. But they're trying everything they can to ruin this kid, man.
I'm with you. And one thing that I think everybody has to just kind of I want to make a point is that when we had that Bakersfield event, that Raider event in Bakersfield, JPJ's parents showed up.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
They showed up, and I see Leo. I see you in the chat, brother. Leo was there. Severe was there. They were making their rounds to everybody, and basically saying like, "We love the nation, like we love this family." And look, like you can love it and stuff like that. But the thing is, and if you're not a good player, we'll say you're not a good player,
right?
But the passion that even his parents had, we went up and speak of the goddamn devil. We're gonna bring him on the stage. What up, man? What's going on, man?
It was good.
Severe.
I ain't been listening to the show. I was missing Crispin or slandering people, I'm sure.
I've been good, man. I've been good.
See, the comic relief is here. No, Severe, just in time. Because we're talking about JPJ.
Just kind of what did you guys watch Sunday?
We're talking about JPJ and just, really what we think is going on with him and with the benching and stuff. And so I don't know if you heard, I looked at the entire game film. But to me, I was like, was that benching even justified? And to me, I felt like it wasn't justified at all. I think they're playing games with this kid. But the one thing I was bringing up for the chat was, Severe, you were standing with me at our booth at Bakersfield, and JPJ's parents came up to us.
Yeah.
And they said, "We love being a part of the nation. We love it. The nation feels like a family." They even were like, "Oh my God, you guys have podcasts. We're going to support. We love the podcast."
Subbed on the spot.
Exactly. And they scanned the QR codes. They subbed on the spot. And again, like if JPJ is not a good player, we'll say it. But the thing is, he's a young player that can still develop. And to treat him the way we are, and the parents just having the backing and just the support of the nation, to see this coaching staff treat him the way they are is crazy. And so, Severe, I'm going to get your take on just what you think this coaching staff is doing with JPJ. And do you think, like, we're going to talk about the trade talks a little bit later because he could be in that conversation, obviously. But, like, do you think that they're treating him, they're playing games with them? Do you think that one big question is, and it was a question I was going to have in chat, I'm asking to you guys, do you think he's going to start coming out of this bye week? Because they benched his ass, which is wild. So I'm going to ask that question. I'm going to ask, what do you think they're doing with JPJ? Are they playing games? But let me get to some more of the chat. Emily is saying, "I support JPJ. The coaches are idiots." I think so. I think we all agree. Herman, man, JPJ is benched because the coach probably had something to say after the penalty, and he bit back with no respect, and it probably fell out to the team. If you're thinking that maybe he snapped back at the so I'll tell you when they benched him after Chris Jones walked his ass back, and it was a 3rd and 10, and Gino tried to hit a corner route with Deontay Thornton, and Gino had to throw it early, and it was because JPJ let Chris Jones into the backfield, and they benched him. That was the moment they benched him. Who knows on the sideline? Maybe JPJ had some words. Who knows, right? But again, nothing on that game film to me justified benching. So maybe he snapped back, maybe he did. I don't know.
Even if they're grown men. You have arguments on. Who cares? Man? Handle it like men. I don't know. Again, it's speculation, but it just pisses me off, man. Just hearing stuff like this.
I'm with you. Beast James, you saying it's got to be traded to the Raiders. Don't be putting that out there. God damn it. What up, my two? What's going on, Leo?
We'd have to throw in a pick. We'd have to attack something to Ashton Jeanty at this point, bro. Like, don't get me started on that. Don't get me started. I already got the red hat on. Don't get me started. I'm trying to keep it, But the whole JPJ thing, man, it's clearly, man, it is clearly. I don't know if it's Pete Carroll or it's Brennan Carroll, but it's one of those two guys. It's one of those two guys. It started when they first moved him from center to guard, and then they had him rotating at right guard with Alex Cap. Like what are we doing here, right? What are we doing here? And that's not generally, that's not generally an offensive coordinator decision. That's not generally even a head coach decision. That's usually a position coach decision. They're usually the people that determine, hey, you know what, these are our lineups unless they get overridden. So like I'm looking square at Brennan, square at Pete, and then even when Pete was naming JPJ as the starter at right guard, this was the most begrudging naming of a starter I've ever seen in my life. He essentially said he won the job by default, and had Alex Cappa not gotten hurt, that he might not even have the job. Like, is that how you instill confidence in a young player who just played some damn good football down the stretch last year, who was coming into this offseason motivated, ready to go, ready to be the leader of this offensive line unit? And the second he gets here, you cut him off at the knees. And then when he wins the job because he's the better player, you cut him off at the knees again and basically let the world know that he didn't actually win. Is that how you dictate competitions, Mr. Compete? Like, it's like Bush League stuff. And then for you to pull this guy in this game, yeah, he did get walked back by Chris Jones. And Chris Jones, Chris Jones having his way with everybody. We ain't yanked Jordan Meredith. Jordan Meredith's getting his ass whipped by Jeffrey Simmons last week. Parham is getting his ass whipped by everybody's getting their ass whipped by Jeffrey Simmons. So for him to yank that kid at that point made absolutely no sense. And if you want to yank players for bad play, bro, why the hell is Caillou Blue Kelly still on the field? Defense is your specialty. Why is Caillou people actually? I actually see people saying, "Oh man, Eric Stokes he's having a pretty good year." No, he's not having a good year. They just don't have to throw in his direction. Right. They don't even have to look over there because they know whoever got Caillou is getting open. Whoever on that side of it. So if you want to yank people for not playing well, Caillou should be off the field. He should be the first one to go. He should be off the field immediately. And then we saw how Geno struggled in the Colts game. And we left his ass out there to practice. This dude is 35 years old. He's been in the league like 12, 13 years. Why the hell is he practicing? Like, if anybody needs more reps, let the guy who didn't play right guard last year, who wasn't coming into this season thinking he was going to play right guard this year, let him get the snaps. Let him get as many snaps as possible. Like, you got a 35-year-old that should have been yanked. You're defending him with all your damn might. After each game, saying deflecting the blame off of him, but this young kid who's proven he was talented, you don't have anything really good to say about him. And the second he slips up, you pull him out the game. It's the way he's handling this stuff, it's clear favoritism. And we've been hearing rumblings about it for a while, and now it's starting to manifest itself. He would get up on the podium and talk about he likes to play young players. Like, bro, how many young players do we see inactive every week, sitting on the sideline rotting? Like, half our
draft class has been inactive, man.
He's been telling his BS lies. Oh man, I know I'm not against playing young guys. I'm okay playing young guys, but this young guy doesn't get on the field. It makes no sense. It makes no sense.
It makes no sense, David. Man, you were saying, do you guys think it's the coaching problem too, or just the players' fault? Right now, the only finger I can point is the coaches. To be dead honest, with all the drama and stuff that's been going on, like, every player that showed promise last year has regressed, which is wild.
Every last
which tells me it's coaching.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And so it's like Jordan Meredith was a good guard last year, goes to center, and he's regressed. JPJ's regressed. DJ Glaze is it's everywhere. So that's the hard part. That's the hard part in trying to determine kind of where this goes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Tyler's a Chiefs fan. What's going on, man? Appreciate you popping in. Appreciate you letting my kids not get any goddamn candy. Appreciate you.
Hey, did you guys put your little setting on so subscribers only?
That was me. I put mine on right now.
I'm about to say, man, you done let all the riffraff in, man. I wonder where some of this riffraff came.
All right, I saw it. I was like, "It's streams." Oh, let me change my settings.
Oh man, what's this? Wrong family? I don't know. Win this year. Oh, this year over. Yeah, maybe we can come back. But it ain't working. But first year, next year, no Smith. Okay, you're kind of all over the place. But yeah, Geno Smith is going to be rough. Tycoon, what up? What's going on, man? Red or white in the building. 2 years JPJ wasted. Trade him for his sanity. That's so that sucks. That this is kind of where we're at. Trade him for his sanity. It's like trade him because we suck as an organization. So everybody else, all the other 31 teams can kind of reap the rewards of good players, which is wild. Kevin Lurker, P says we need to run more. So why aren't we? So when I was going through the game film, the first drive is typically scripted, right?
Yeah.
But we didn't have much of drives at all. Our longest drive was 16 yards. Our first 15 plays,
it took 3 drives.
One run.
Yeah, it took 3 drives though.
Like one run out of our first 15 plays. And so I actually have another.
We had two. It was a 3-yarder. I think he had an 8-yarder on like a 2nd and 13. Our first drive, I think the first play of the game, 3-yard run by Ashton. Second play, incomplete pass. Third play, first down throw to Dante Thornton. I think we got a penalty and got wiped away. Then we ran another play and we punt. Second drive, I think similar to something that happened. I think we got a first down on penalty on that play. Then we had an incomplete pass, and then I think Geno got sacked. And so it's like every and then by at the end of the second drive we're down 14. So it's like, oh, well, damn.
No, like that 15th play was an attempted run. But it was
was it third? Was it like second?
It was technically a penalty, so it didn't count.
Okay.
And so, but either way, right? Number 6 overall pick.
Yeah.
And you used him once out of 3 drives, basically. And here's my thing. This is the other thing that I want a lot of our chat, and this is something I've never mentioned. And it just kind of dawned on me, just another example as to why you really should, unless you're ready for it, not pick a running back in the first round.
Exactly.
And think about this. What do we keep saying every single game? Get Jeanty involved. Jeanty needs 25 carries. Jeanty needs 25 touches, 30 touches, whatever it may be, right? And the only reason why you say that is because you picked him in the first round. So what do you think defenses are going to think when you go against them? Is that you're going to utilize your number 6 overall pick. So it's already another tell.
Right.
It's already another part of the game that the defense is going to know what you want to do probably 70% of the time is get him the ball, because it wouldn't make any sense for you pick somebody number 6 overall or even in the first round to not use them. So you already are set at a disadvantage because defenses know you're going to utilize them. So it's another reason why you don't pick a running back in the first round. You pick somebody off of free agency. You pick somebody starting maybe in the 3rd round because you don't have the pressure from the fan base, from the coaching staff, from the GM, from the owner to be like, well, if you're not using them, why the hell do we pick them at number 6?
Right.
Yeah.
It's just another tell that gives the advantage to the defense. So why the hell do you pick somebody number 6 overall at the running back position? So again, you go look at the game film, and again, it's another bunch set. Trey Tucker in motion. What is it? Run.
You're
right? Couple that with the fact that you have to use them because you picked them number 6 overall. The defense knows. And if you go back and watch, the Chiefs defense knew exactly what we were doing. That's the other thing. And I hate that.
Oh my God.
I hate that we can't, YouTube doesn't like us doing live streams with game film because they're just going to shut it down. The Chiefs defense, the movement and communication in their defense, they knew exactly what we were doing every single play. It's wild.
Every play.
But I was telling somebody else. I think I was telling Chris and my TRS boys. Like, there is a lot of talk about Ashton Jeanty not getting used, not getting utilized. Ashton Jeanty is 4th in the NFL in carries. Of all the running backs in the NFL, he is 4th in carries. 4th. And he's 4th. So, that means he's getting more carries than a lot of teams run 2-back systems. He's getting more carries than 90% of the league. He's 4th. And he's 118th in yards per carry. Let that sink in.
118th. So you know what that tells me, though? Because I didn't know that stat. But you know what that tells me? My 2 man, I see your super chat, brother. I apologize. I'm going to get down there. Sorry. You know what that tells me? That teams are heavily weighted off of the, Chris, I'm taking your term. Shout out to you. You taught me it last season, the 1-2 punch. You no longer have a true featured running back. That's what that tells me. That it's a split backfield. You're going to split carries. You're going to have 2, maybe sometimes 3 running backs that are going to share carries in that backfield. That's what that tells me. Because we all know Jeanty's not getting all the carries in the world. But if he's ranked 4th in carries in the National Football League, that tells me all the other teams understand that you have to have a shared backfield because running backs get hurt and you don't want to be pigeonholed into using somebody because you either paid them a shit ton of money or you invested a shit ton of draft capital because you're predictable now. And that's where we stand. And that's where we sit. And so that's what that stat tells me. Again, let me know if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm off. But to me, that's what that stat tells me.
Nah, I agree. And, I think Chip Kelly as a play caller, I think he has to be more diversified. But, at the end of the day, Brennan Carroll is the run game coordinator. And they do the bulk of the work in terms of the install of the running game. During the install week, during game planning week, it is them that is doing that work. And then obviously Chip Kelly does the play calling on Sunday. But so those guys got to do a better job of working together. He got to do a better. He has at some point he has to step in and say, look, because this is not the run game I've seen Chip Kelly run, whether it be with the Eagles, whether it be at UCLA, whether it be at Ohio State. It was never this bunched up center wide receiver in motion that's not what he did. He has one of the most creative run schemes I've ever seen. One of the most creative diabolical run schemes I've ever seen, whether that was in the NFL level or at the collegiate level. He got the best out of LaShawn McCoy. He got Zach Charbonnet from a guy that was sitting on the bench basically at Michigan into a 2nd round pick. He got a few guys drafted in the league. He got Britton Brown drafted. Come on, he got Britton Brown drafted to the NFL. So you think this guy doesn't know how to run the football? He got 2 guys drafted this past year from Ohio State. So he knows how to run the football. That's what I'm saying. It's too many cooks in the kitchen. It's too many people with hands in there trying to do things, and instead of letting Chip Kelly do what he's known to do, every stop he's been at where he's been allowed to hire the people he wanted to hire, it's been a success. So it's one or two things. Either Chip Kelly knows what he's doing personally, or he knows how to hire some good ass people. The one time where it seems a hire was dictated to him is the one time it seems he can't run the ball. That's not a coincidence. Sometimes it's Occam's razor. The most logical explanation is the correct one, and the most logical explanation is that Brennan Carroll don't know what the fuck he's doing. He's not qualified to be an NFL run game coordinator, offensive line coach. He needs to go back to college and cut his teeth there because it's not working here. It is not working here.
I have a little conspiracy theory. I'll share with you guys in just a second. But Bob the Surfer, man, or Surfer Bob. I knew you were Bob Surfer before. We have been very critical of JPJ. Go back and we broke down game film in the preseason. We've been very critical. But the thing is the only thing that we're pointing out is that he's a young talent that we saw some success last year, right? Some growth a little bit last year. But the thing is that you have a young talent that was a great opportunity at the end of that game for him to just grow off of the mistakes and just really see what do we have out of him. Because it's not like we had a young stud that replaced him that we can maybe try to evaluate that guy. No, we put in Ellis Kappa. Like, that's the problem. And so we have been very critical of JPJ. And JPJ does have his flaws, without question. But to bench him boggles my mind. Especially based off how he played, because the way that he played, and I watched every single snap, it does not justify a benching to put in Ellis Kappa, which got a holding penalty the second play that he was brought in. So right. I'm just throwing that out there. And so my two, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you throwing a super chat there. I apologize, not getting down there quick enough. Senile control freaks and nepotism never worked out. Stop making shit up, Raider Nation. JPJ never had an issue until Pete and his soy boy came along, man. No lies, man. Chris, any thoughts on that one? We'll give you the stage.
No, I mean, yeah, like I said, man. I mean, I know some people have been rough on JPJ this year, and I've always been a big fan of him. But he has his flaws. But it goes down to just a couple weeks ago, we're hearing Pete Carroll say, "Hey, I kept Geno in because he needs more practice." We're talking about an old ass veteran needing more practice, but then the second year player that's playing out of position, you don't want to keep him in for more practice. Like, it just does not make sense, man. It just does not make sense. And again, he's been playing. Whoever, they've all been playing around since the very beginning. And it's almost like they're just trying to break the kid for some reason. I mean, it makes no sense. And honestly, I kind of feel like they were doing the same thing with Ja'Cory and Bennett. Like, it's like they're not even they had a bullseye on certain people as soon as they entered the room, man. And it just makes no sense, man. It makes no sense. And now, I mean, it is what it is. And I'm hearing that they keep having these players only meetings and all this, and man, I think the locker room's already going, man. I think it's already going, whether it's Pete, whether it's his son, whether it's Chip. I mean, everyone's regressed. And again, on defense as well. And that's supposed to be, Pete Carroll's bread and butter. Like, they all stink, man. All of them. Palomar, all of them, man. All of them. It was just bad, man.
Yeah.
It's regressing bad, man. My two, man. I appreciate the super chat, brother. I appreciate you throwing it out there. QEP, facts of Kai Blue Kelly starts after the bye week and not Porter. We in full tank mode. It's gonna be tough. Dre, you're saying, so how can we say our rookies aren't good if they don't get real playing time?
Exactly. I mean, they don't get no PT. Only person getting PT is Jeanty, and now Best is starting to get some run. Best, but other than that, like, none of the rookies are getting. You got a guy you drafted in the 3rd round, and you got him starting. I mean, you got him sitting behind a journeyman who's been on 6 teams in 4 years. Like, it don't make no sense, man. It doesn't make any sense. Especially, I kind of see if Caillou was playing well.
Right.
But he's not.
Right.
Like, he getting demolished every week.
Put Porter in there. I mean, remember, we heard so much good about Porter in camp. We heard
he was
so
a starter
much.
the entire time, until the last second, and they swapped.
Right. Because remember, they were even talking about DCam made this big jump from last year as well.
Had DCam even got a defensive snap?
I don't think so. I don't think so, man.
He can't be worse than Caillou, bro. He can't be.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man.
That's favoritism. That is favoritism. That's the stuff you see, man. Like, nobody should be allowed to play as bad as Caillou has been playing, and keep not even have anybody else even challenge them.
Yeah,
not even challenge them for their spot. Like, oh, let's give this guy a few series off and get this other guy in here, see how he does. Like, not even that. It's just, hey, bro, it's all you. We trust in you.
I'm with you, man. What up, Jeff? What's going on, man? Enoon in the building. What's going on? Appreciate you popping in here. Leo, we went through all game. We went through all game from all 30 plays. Sheesh, that was embarrassing. Man. All 30. 30 plays, and Huey P, 30 first downs the Chiefs had, and we had 30 offensive plays.
Severe.
What happened?
I come mine on. Maybe there's I don't know if they freaking ugly. Mine is on.
Somebody's chat looking shaky.
Mine is on. Yeah, let me see if it's on my chat. Let me check.
I know. I set mine up. Let me just double check. Make sure. Yeah,
mine's at. Where the mods at?
Mine's good. If I was hip to this game, I would know how to do mods. I don't even know how to do mods. In the first quarter, Red and White in the first quarter, Jeanty had 1 carry.
I don't know how to work StreamYard, so we even.
Exactly right.
But people talk about this. Look, we about to go through the Raiders' first 3 drives. Look, first drive, first play, Ashton Jeanty 3-yard run. Second play, shotgun pass, Trey Tucker 10 yards. Third play, 3 yards to Runyon. 2nd and 7, incompletion to Dante Thornton. Then we get a pass on 3rd and 7 to Dante Thornton for 13 yards for first down, negated by a penalty. Then we get, so it's 3rd and 17, 10-yard pass to Mayer, punt.
Mm-hmm.
Second drive, Geno Smith fumbled the snap.
Yep.
So now it's now 2nd and 12. We pass incomplete to Trey Tucker. Geno gets sacked on 3rd down. When in there were we supposed to run? When are we supposed to run? They punt, now they're down 14. Like when were we supposed to run? Tell me. Next drive, the second we get the drive again, Ashton Jeanty, he runs again up the middle. Get how many yards? 2 yards. Then we get another drive. He gets a run to the left, negated by a penalty. But then he gets the second play, 8-yard run. But at that point is 2nd and 13. Then on 3rd and 5, Geno Smith scrambles. We punt again. We get the ball back. Guess what? We're down 21 with 10 seconds left in the half. We run the ball again with Jeanty. When in there were we supposed to just be handing the ball off a whole bunch? It's where was the opportunity for us to just let's feed this bell cow that's gotten us 3 and 2 yards on the first when were we supposed to do that?
I agree. But this is exactly why you don't draft a running back at number 6, because there's situational football that you don't utilize the running back. You can't utilize the running back. So that's why it's this is why, and Severe, you bringing up that stat makes a very good point. The mass majority of the National Football League knows you have a multi-back system. You don't put all your eggs in one basket unless you have all the pieces in place and you're the Ravens and you need one last piece. Then you can go get yourself a Derrick Henry. You know what I'm saying? Or even the Eagles, where you have everything in place and you need that one last piece. That's why you don't do that. Because here's the thing. When you get that one last piece, and it goes back to my point that I just made, is when you have that one last piece, then you can draft somebody in the first round. Because you have all the pieces, you have other weapons that everybody knows that you can utilize other aspects of your offense. You're not just focused on one person.
Exactly.
So, it's tough. Isaiah, Jeanty is good, but not generational. Man, I wish we could have went through that game film last week where YouTube was basically cutting us off, because I had multiple examples as to where Jeanty should have been better in open space, and he just wasn't. Where the better running backs, the Tony Pollards, the James Cooks, the more shiftier running backs, they can make moves in open space where Jeanty just tries to run people over, or he basically just gets arm tackled. And so that's I wish we could have pointed that out, but obviously couldn't. YouTube wants to shut that down.
Yeah, that riffraff is on you, Real. I think you changed it. The riffraff was coming through.
What was it, 805?
Is it me?
Yeah. Go through on you, 805.
I got the sub only. Are they subbing to me and then talking
I don't know, man. I think the sub only is on right now, but it's some of those NFL game streaming. That was you.
So
the first one was me though. The first one was me.
Okay, because I have sub only on.
Yeah, but the first one was me. But these recent ones, that's 8. They was like Severe put the subs on. Let's go to 805 channel.
My bad. Whatever.
Now you good now though, I think.
Unfazed, what's happening, man? Bench the whole team after a goose egg. Bench the whole team after a goose egg.
Yeah.
Bench the whole coaching staff, man.
Yeah, all of them, man.
Yeah, bro.
Look.
That's the hard part. What up, Rebel? In the building, what's happening, man? You have a split backfield, but it's Raheem Mostert and Michael Mayer, and you pass it out of it. I know, man. We're not using it right. Yeah, my bad. I get it. Okay, I'm putting users in timeout. My bad. Big Little Bosco, what's going on, Brent? You're saying Severe. I feel you on Chip Kelly, but he also feels JPJ is a better guard than center.
I think Pete Carroll and Brandon Carroll feel that, but the fact that he signed his name to it. I mean, he's responsible for it as well. So he attached his name to it after they said it. So, bro, you gotta take that heat. But like I said, I don't know if those are his true feelings, but it seems like Pete Carroll is the one that has the issue with JPJ. Like that's the one that it seems like it's something personal there. But Chief Kelly could feel that way if he does. Hopefully at some point, during the bye week, maybe this gives him enough time to say, you know what, we messed up. Let's go back to what worked last year. I think everybody in the coaching staff, on the offensive side of the ball, I think they all have too big of egos. Chip, Brendan, Pete. I think all those guys, their egos won't get involved. Like I just heard Brendan do an interview where he said the line is blocking well.
Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah.
Brother, ew.
Yeah.
Brother, ew. Like no, like the line is not blocking well at all.
No, it is wild, man. But hey, now it is. Yeah, that's my bad. I'm so far up in the chat. Like that's my bad. That was on me. Now I'm seeing the comments. But now that I see the comments, now I gotta screen the goddamn comments because LS is in the building. What's going on, LS, man? I see you down here, and I see a super chat down here as well, man. You're saying start bench cut Kai Blue, Kappa, Forsyth, go. Okay. We're having a little fun because Chris threw one at us. What's so funny was I was actually thinking about doing a starting bench from cutting, but I had so much work shit I was trying to get done. I was gonna do one. Maybe I'll hit you guys one on the next live. But start them, bench them, cut them. Chat, let us know. I don't know if you guys are answering it because God damn it, yeah, my bad, dude. I gotta get these other comments out.
Stone.
Damn, my bad.
Benching Kappa, cutting Caillou.
So I think so. It's let's see.
Yeah, they're still getting through. I just
they came to mind, but LS handling business for me.
All right,
okay, so they must be subbing and doing it then, right?
Yeah,
yeah, they're all over the place now.
Yeah. They figured it out. They was like, no way, hey, we about to get these free streams. We trying to raise bail money for Chauncey Billups. We need to get this.
Oh god damn it!
Hey yo, look, peep this. FBI is watching you, Geno Smith.
man.
Eugene Smith. They're watching you, brother.
Watching you.
You better look. Raiders about to round off 5 straight wins with Geno Smith playing the best football.
That over under 1.5 interceptions.
Oh man, somebody's getting paid.
Man, oh god, just severe throwing that out there. Okay, so Chris, you said what was your starting bench from cutting?
I'm starting Forsyth, benching Kappa, and cutting Caillou, man.
And the only thing I'll add to Caillou, what's so tough is that when you look at the game film between Caillou and Eric Stokes, even when it doesn't look like they're affecting the play, they're allowing the play to become open. It's like that deep drag route by Travis Kelce where he caught on the sideline and ripped up the sideline for like 20, 25 yards.
Yeah.
That's Eric Stokes not getting depth in his coverage. As much as Landon Roberts, things will change, and now he's got to kind of turn it into a man coverage, even though they're sitting in zone. At the same time, Eric Stokes, he has a guy sitting on the line of scrimmage on 1st and 20. You need to drop and get depth to cut that pass off, and he's not. He's sitting on the line of scrimmage, which again, it's just bad adjustments by the defense. So even when it doesn't look like it's on them, it's still on them. As long as you kind of understand the nuances of a defense and how you're supposed to play certain coverages, it's still on Eric Stokes. But Severe, man, what's your stardom, bench him, cut him? Kai Blue, Kelly Kappa, Forsyth.
God damn it.
I know.
Should I help you? Because where's the flag is just cut him. Easy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's cheating.
They
See,
cheating.
there's always
like
a cheater.
Normal, like the normal. That's Jeff. That's just Jeff level cheating.
Exactly.
I
Like
am going
DEF.
to. I'm going to start. I'm gonna start Forsyth, I guess, because I at least I can send help his way all the time. I'm gonna start Forsyth. I'm gonna bench Caillou because he's cheap and he can play special teams. I'm cutting Kappa because he's old, expensive, and he trash.
Yeah. The trifecta,
bro. Yeah, how you all three? And
old,
on the
expensive,
NFL
and trash.
Old, expensive, and trash.
So I'm gonna go back and actually, that's the thing, right? And Severe, I think I'm on the same page as you because
That is
I got the game up. The non-mobile Justin Herbert just ran a little bit. So I'm with you. I'm only going to keep Forsyth just because he's young, and you can keep him as a backup. Kappa is just trash. I'm with you. Kai Blue is serviceable. Special teams, I'll keep him as a backup.
Yeah,
that's it. So I'm with you. So start Forsyth. Bench Kai Blue, and I'm cutting Kappa. Like Kappa is bad.
Kappa's bad.
Kappa's bad.
And we paid him. No, this was crazy. We paid him. A nice chunk of change.
Yeah.
No, Jesus Christ, man. Then Mike, you got one. Do you feel the Raiders trying to protect Jeanty to some extent due to a weak O-line? I do have my opinion on this, man. Chris, do you have any thoughts on this one?
No, I mean, I because you can't protect them, man. I mean, you get them at 6, man. That protecting stuff's out the window. I mean, if anything, you got to showcase him. Like you get him at 6, he's supposed to kind of be that savior on offense. So no, I'm not buying that.
Severe, any thoughts?
Yeah, man. Like this is a problem I have, man. This is a Pete Carroll problem. As I said, man, you can't trust Pete Carroll as far as he can throw a football. Which, have you seen him? Because early in the year, right? Pete Carroll's like, oh man, we want to ease Ashton Jeanty into things. We want to break him in.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
We want to last the season. We want to burn him out. Yeah. And now the thing's starting to get a little tough. He's like, oh man, we need to run the ball. So I don't call the plays. So why ain't we running the? Nah, bro, that's not what you were saying early in the season. That's why I know, bro, you a dirty dog, man. Because as soon
I forgot about that.
Stuff not going your way, bro. You throw your OC under the bus, bro. And that's filthy stuff, man. So it's like you the one that said you want to ease him into things.
We gotta
run. Nah, bro, you can't have it both ways. I'm saying, bro, Pete Kelly, man, look. Hey, get him up out of here, man. Like, I was on with the keep him because we can't fire him, but nah, bro. Like the stuff he doing, man, it's terrible. He's supposed to be the culture foundation builder, and this is the culture you building. You playing favorites and punishing people because you have personal vendettas against them, and as soon as things ain't going your way, you're throwing your coaches under the butt. Like, nah, man, nah.
So here's my thing,
and win with him.
Seaport, man, y'all giving Jeanty a hard time. Name another running back and come in the league polished. It takes time.
Huh?
You can't throw that out there because here's the thing, is that
there's too many.
But here's the thing, like we're not ready for Jeanty. We weren't ready for Jeanty. Point blank. Period. Jeanty had his flaws. We broke this thing down. If you want to go back to prior to the draft and go look at our lives, he has his flaws. We've pointed out his flaws. So the thing is that at the end of the day, it's a double-edged sword. It's two-sided. One, we weren't ready for Jeanty. You got to prep that offensive line. You got to bring weapons around it. But two, I don't think Jeanty is what everybody thought he was going to be, and we've pointed it out.
We knew that before, though. We knew that before the draft.
100%.
We knew that before the draft. And to answer your question, or salute to Mr. Seaport City. Salute to you. Have you seen Junkins? Have you seen Junkies? I mean, the dude is a stud, man. The dude's a stud, and the Cleveland Browns do not have a good offensive line, so I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
So, and that's the thing, right? It proves that you can get somebody later in the draft and achieve very similar results. Now, can Jeanty be a very good running back in the National Football League? I think he could be a good running back without question.
Oh, definitely.
I don't think anybody's going to argue that.
Yeah,
right.
Definitely.
But we're not ready for it. And we needed to take different steps in order for this offense to piece itself together, not a number 6 overall pick at the running back position. So we're not talking shit about Jeanty. We don't think Jeanty's as good as everybody popped off it was going to be. But at the end of the day, like, man, just we weren't ready for him. That's all we're going to say.
Exactly. I mean, because running back traditionally has been the position that's supposed to be the most easily transferable from college to pros. Like you're supposed to be able to hit the ground running. That's what most people think. You hit the ground running if you're that. So that's why the Raiders felt so comfortable taking a guy who was supposed to be generational, supposed to be special, all this stuff at 6, because like, look, at least we have an instant impact player on offense that we can rely on. The problem is Jeanty's not special. He's not generational. He's good. Potentially very good. But he's not those other things. If he was special and generational, then with like a lot of the stuff we see on film, he'd be capitalizing on it. He'd be making these cuts, making these reads, hitting these gaps. He wouldn't be getting tackled one-on-one with the corner on the outside.
Right.
Like, this is stuff like if you're a special generational back, like you can't be letting it happen. Not consistently. If it's a one-off, okay, hey, everybody, he got you this time. But it's consistently the one time he didn't get tackled one-on-one when old boy hawked him down. Guess what? He went 64. That's the one time he didn't get tackled one-on-one on the outside. So, if he can do that, then he can be productive, but he hasn't done it enough at this level.
And the thing is, and you can see it clear. And again, I know, these running backs have been in the league, a couple years more, but like when you watch Bijan and you watch Gibbs, like guys like that, you're just like, those are early first round type backs. Yeah. When you watch those guys play, you're like, they could be special, especially Bijan. I'm like, Jesus. Well, actually, both of them. Both of them.
Bro, I got Bijan on fantasy. Man. Bro, he's nasty.
Yeah. But just the eye test, you're just like, that they can potentially take it to the crib every play.
And that's what you expect at a number 6 overall pick, right?
That's what I'm saying.
And the one time Jeanty's taken to the crib was when he was untouched, damn near 15 yards downfield, broke the tackle of the safety, which is great. You make the first man miss. But that's the only time that he has actually taken a yard, was when he was untouched after 15 yards.
Yeah.
You got to make your own magic when you're number 6 overall pick. You got to find your own success. I don't want the excuse of bad O-line. Like, you need to find your own success. But again, wasn't our pick. We didn't want it.
Yeah.
But obviously the Raiders did.
Obviously. And that's why I keep bringing up like Jacobs that year. Like he was, I think, second or it may even been first on forced missed tackles. It's like our line sucked, but Jacobs was number 1 in forced missed tackles. Like at some point, if you're going to be that guy, if you're going to be that dude, you got to do it yourself sometime. And again, I know it may not necessarily be fair, to ask that as a rookie, but when you're picking number 6, sorry, that just comes with the territory, man. It just comes with the territory. Just like when you're picked at number 7, Tyree, we expect you to be like Jared Verse at least. Give us something. Give us something to be.
Jared Verse is too much. Jared Verse is too much.
Jared Verse is a bad man.
I'm just saying, like, but that's what you want.
Maybe at that time.
But that's what you want. That's what you want your number 7 DN to be, man. You want him to be special.
Facts. Yeah, right.
And he's special in a different way,
man.
Fun fact. My 225 bench is 2 reps better than Kappa. I'll play left guard at like 3.
I believe you too, man.
Oh no, look at GLS. Man. It's Sport Radio. What's going on, man? Appreciate you rocking in here. Big Little Bosco, the coaching staff, ain't ready to coach Jeanty. I have something to say about that. Well, I'm gonna say it in just a second. What up, Jason? What's going on, man? I appreciate you rocking with us. We got a super chat, man. I appreciate you. Cut the check, throwing it out there. You're saying, guys, it's gonna take 2 years before we're sniffing at the playoffs. Get capital for the vets. Let the young pups cook this year. Keep the who's who. Pete ain't leaving. Don't know about Chip. Let Spytech build.
I don't know if I trust Spytech to build. I don't know if I'm giving up on him too soon. Well, my bad. Go ahead.
No. I'll let you guys go for it. I got my response. Go for it.
Yeah, I mean, if it's going to be somebody that you know that has to fall on their sword, it's going to be Chip. You know, I think you already see, like I said, with the whole comment about, you know, he want to ease him in. And all of a sudden, he's saying, you know, why he's not running. I think that's Pete Carroll laying the groundwork to fire Chip Kelly, and we know who's going to be OC if he fires Chip Kelly. Oh, we know who's going to be OC if he fires Chip Kelly.
Stop.
And then hey, look, you heard it here first. If and when it happens, you heard it. Everybody on this right now, y'all better.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
I said,
if that happens,
Pete Carroll is laying the groundwork to fire Chip Kelly.
Oh shit!
And if he fires Chip Kelly, we know who's going to be the OC. We know. No. We already know, bro. Look, if this happens,
you're gonna make me.
Everybody in the chat right now,
you about to make me get some pork.
You better go to all three channels and get memberships. When this happens, I'm taking screenshots. When this happened, I caught it here first.
Oh my god!
When this happens, remember Severe let you know. So, and in Spytech, look, this ain't been a good first year, but like I said, I think Pete Carroll's meddling in all of this stuff. You see him trying to, and you know, Marshawn talked about it before. He's trying to recreate the Legion of Boom, and it's not going to happen, bro. You got to reinvent you got to reinvent yourself, man. And Michael Jackson didn't try to remake Thriller. Like, he made new albums. It was still good. It's just like, bro, you gotta. He's like, oh, I need another beat it. Like, nah, bro. Like, just make some new songs, you know. So like that's what you got to do. You got to reinvent yourself. And Pete Carroll, when you're 74 years old, like, that's not the time to, like, you know, to reinvent yourself. So it's gonna be bad. But I'm willing to let Spytech ride it out. Like I said, I think a lot of this is Pete Carroll.
So here's my thing, because cut the check. You're saying it's gonna take 2 years before we sniff the playoffs. If we don't make the playoffs in 2 years, Pete Carroll ain't gonna live for 2 years. Like, that's the problem. Is that you can't look at this as a normal progression as a head coach. So the thing is that we should have sniffed the playoffs this year. And when you say sniff the playoffs, that means that we may not even make it. So that should have been this year, not next year. And then you say, get capital for the vets, let the young pups cook. We're not doing that. You just benched a young pup and put in a Alice Kappa. Like, where's Carlos Rogers that you drafted in the third round? Where's Caleb? Where's Charles Grant that you drafted in the third round? Where's Darian Porter? Where's Jack Besh? Like, where are all these young pups that we should be looking at to see what do we got? And we're not doing it. Like, that's the problem, is that, like, nothing makes sense. Like, here's the thing, and I'll give just one example. If Carlos Rogers was actually playing, because I think he was a healthy scratch. I don't even think he was eligible. I think he was on the injury report. I think he was a healthy scratch. If they would have benched JPJ and put Carlos Rogers in,
it makes more sense.
I wouldn't be happy, but it makes more sense.
It makes more sense.
100%. I would have been like, okay, like, they see something in practice, like, maybe he's progressing. Then I would be like, I'm not a fan of it, but it makes sense. But you put in Kappa, like that's when I grab another beer, because it's just like, God damn it, like, nothing makes sense with this organization.
Right.
And
good point.
Like last year a lot. It was like 80-20. Last year, 80%, you kind of knew what the problem was, but there was 20% like, like, this doesn't make any sense. This year, it's like 90-10. Like, 90% just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And typically I could look at something and go, okay, like I understand what they're trying to do. Again, I may not agree with it, but I see what they're trying to do. But this, it's like, bro, there's nothing that makes sense whatsoever, which is wild. I don't even want to know what you're laughing at. Emmys, what's going on, man? Can Jeanty do what Gibbs do? No, Jeanty cannot do what Gibbs can do.
Not that type of guy, man. He's not.
Not even close. We have 7 games now.
The riffraff is back. 805, get a moderator, please.
They're on my channel. Somebody.
Oh, they're on yours? Oh, okay.
Yeah, my mod took care of them.
Okay, good. All right. Stop yelling at me. God damn it.
Shout out to the mods putting in work, man. Y'all put in more work than Brendan Carroll and Chip Kelly combined, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Whoever put this game plan together.
But like Jeanty cannot do. Jeanty is not a flashy run. I've said it multiple times. He's a fluid runner. He's not a quick start-stop guy. He's not going to be able to juke you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's a fluid runner. If he's in open space, he has areas that kind of cut back a little bit. He might take advantage of it. But he's not that quick. He's not a Bijan. He's not like, I'll tell you right now, the move, and Chris, I know you've heard me say it, Severe, you've heard me say it, like, the move that I loved out of Josh Jacobs when he was one-on-one on the edge with the corner linebacker, you knew he was going to win.
Oh, yeah.
Because he'd shake him, plant that outside foot,
out of him,
cut up, boom, he's gone.
Yeah.
Jeanty can't do that. And it's like, that's who Jeanty is. Like, Jeanty, he could be a good running back, but we have said it prior to us even drafting him. Like, he's not going to be great. He doesn't have the tools to be great unless he has an amazing offensive line.
Right. And that's what I'm going to say. Like, unless he can get like that Emmitt Smith line that he had. Because, again, like, his skill set is similar to Emmitt Smith. And I know people are like, well, Emmitt's one of the greatest. But, I mean, you put Emmitt on any other line, we're not talking about Emmitt the way we're talking about him right now.
Exactly.
So, you know what I'm saying? But, like, when you watch him run, like, you could see some Emmitt Smith in him. But he's very smooth. And again, I think he can be a pretty good running back, you know.
Exactly.
But if you don't have all the other, if you don't have everything else in place, man, just getting him at number 6, it just. I mean, but again, I'm preaching to the choir. We've been saying this for months, so
it don't make no sense, man.
Right.
It don't make no sense. And like you said, like, it's going to take having that line in front of him, because if he gets ahead of steam and he's able to get his feet going, and then at that point, okay, so like now he can do something. Yeah. But he's never going to really even be that big play guy either. He's going to be that, you know what? No. He's going to be that, 8 to 12 yard. That's like his long. Like 8 to 12.
Kind of like Jacobs was. Kind of like Jacobs. But the thing is, Jacobs lived in that. Like he'll get you them 20-yard games, them 25. And I was cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Because he was making people miss behind him. Like, I was cool with that. Yeah, he's not a shout out to Hank, but you're talking about he reminds you of McFadden. He reminds me nothing of McFadden.
No, oh my God. McFadden
is a literal home run hitter. Like,
that's all McFadden was.
Yeah.
McFadden to get this 2 yards, 3 yards, and bam, 60.
Be out of there.
I'm out of here.
Only don't touch his little legs, some little chicken legs.
Exactly, man.
He's out of there, man.
McFadden, upper body was like LS's. And lower body like Pete Carroll.
Right. Pete Carroll.
Real quick, Arnie Guards said, Arnie Guards, I mean, I know you always come with the questions, man. Salute to you. You said, can you name one positive from last week's game? I have a positive.
I got
a positive. I'll give mine first. And then Severe, I'll throw it to you. This is to you. That there's an end to the game. We always knew that clock was going to hit 0. And so we could walk away and have a good time. So that was my positive, that we knew there was an end to the game. That was about it. Severe, what's your positive?
My positive is that I now know that Mohamed Sanu and
Rod.
I love it. I love it.
A little bit more. I'm a little bit smarter today than I was on Sunday, man. Thanks to the Raiders. Thanks.
All right, Chris. Any positive?
It helped me win my parlay. Helped me win my parlay.
And that's a good positive.
Yes.
That's a good positive, without question. I think I do see a super chat down there. I'm going to get down there. I believe there's one. I'm going to get down there in just 1 second. Appreciate it. Hey, let's do this. Appreciate everybody rocking with us. I know there's a Thursday night game going on. I know other people are going live. I appreciate you guys rocking with us. We do a sub-only chat. At least it looks like we do a sub-only chat. Some people are infiltrating a little bit, but we show our appreciation to our subscribers. But if you guys can, double tap that screen. You got Chris Textual Podcast on this side. You got The Severe Raider over here. I'm 805 Raider, Real Talk, Raider Nation. If you guys don't know, we go live on or Sundays or Mondays whenever we play after the game. And then we hit you guys on Wednesdays. We're doing a Thursday live because I could not go live if I wanted to save my marriage. My wife had her birthday yesterday, so we moved it today. But we typically go live on Wednesdays. So we appreciate you guys. If you guys can double tap that screen, we definitely appreciate it. But yeah, if you want to get involved in the chat, hit that sub button. And we definitely appreciate all the super chats people are flowing out and putting out there. We definitely appreciate you guys.
Hold on, I got one more good one. One more positive. The Raiders did not contribute to your daughters getting any kind of cavities.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
They're going to be cavity free for a little bit longer because they ain't even get a chance to look at a piece of candy.
Oh, bro,
they didn't even look at the candy bowl, man,
at all.
You probably made them eat vegetables.
Yeah, right.
Here, eat these carrot sticks.
That's why I told Severe when I came back on, I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna celebrate because now I can give my kids candy this weekend. The Raiders aren't playing, and I'm gonna be a good dad. Now I'm gonna be a good dad. Now I can give them candy for no reason, just have fun with it." And I'm gonna put this one up real quick. Our Raider fans are unrealistic. You don't give Pete Carroll one draft class. Pete will be the Raiders. Will be the Raiders for at least 3-4 years to a rebuild. Stop it. Pete will 3-4 years
after this year. He really might retire.
There's no way. Like he's not gonna be able to walk down to the field in 2 years. Like, Jesus Christ! Yeah. Like, and at the same time, tell me how this draft class is working out. RR, I see you. Tell me how this draft class is working out so far. I understand it takes time to develop players, but you at least want one or two to pop a little bit. Tell me how that's working out. Like Jeanty, he's only working when the O-line is doing well. That's it. So it's more the O-line, not necessarily Jeanty. He just has a couple of highlights where he runs some people over. That's all. See, Ellis, what do you got saying? And then cut the check, man. I'm going to get down to your super chat, man. You said, Ellis, people were tougher on 805. Not me, though, for drafting Parrish in the second round. They were probably taking a blue whipping on the entire draft. I know. Ellis hated. And Ellis was cool with him in the third, but Ellis was like, "Yeah, no, you got him in the second, or you hot dog water. You hot dog water." That's what he threw out there.
That's when it started, man.
Yeah. That is where it started. Jesus Christ! All right, cut the check, man. I appreciate you throwing a super chat out there. The coaching staff isn't on the same page. Mainly Pete and Chip.
That's clear. That's clear.
So I'm going to throw this out there. You ready for the conspiracy theory? And I know I threw one out there. I think last live. I'm gonna say this as quickly as I can because it's kind of loaded. So here's the thing: you had to convince Chip Kelly to come over here some way somehow, right? He came off of a national championship, one of the best offensive play callers in the National Football League. Came over here and people said he was going to be a good play caller, right, in the National Football League. So here's the thing. I think the only way that you entice him to come over here is because you made him the highest paid offensive coordinator, and you maybe under the table said, we got a head coach that's only going to last maybe 3 years. Here's your pathway to being a head coach. So maybe that was kind of the talks, right?
From who, though? Spytech?
Maybe. Mark? I don't know. I have no clue. But how else do you – But how else –
I can't see Mark getting that deep into it. And if Spytech did that, that's shady as hell.
But here's the thing, though. But it could be okay if if Pete Carroll knows he's not going to be here forever. Like, so Pete Carroll is like, yeah, I need to find my successor. I need to find the person that's going to take this over afterwards, right? And so maybe Pete was okay with it. Maybe Pete was on the same page. I'm here for 3 years. I got an option of 4. You're bringing Chip Kelly. And this could be the pathway to the Raiders, continuing the success that I bring, right? So I'm just throwing that out there. Because how else do you bring Chip Kelly over here? We don't have a quarterback. We don't have the top draft pick.
Right, and that's why I be talking to Severe about, because I'm like, it's hard for me to digest that Chip, the way that we know Chip, regardless of what we feel about him, he's arrogant, and you can tell he's stubborn. Like, I can't see you getting this guy in here and promising him all this stuff, because you had to promise him something, and then you not do it, and he's just sitting back being okay with it. I just can't see him doing that. Like, I think Chip's a lot of things, but I don't think he's like a punk. I don't think Chip's gonna be a punk.
So sure. Okay, so then it kind of goes to my Chip. I don't know truly what Chip's personality is behind the scenes, right? Like you can say that he's like, he tried to joke a little bit with the media, which just didn't fly well. But
at all.
But here's the thing. What if, and again, conspiracy hat, rock with me on this. What if in the war room, the draft room, the talks all before, Chip Kelly is like, hey, I like my Travion Henderson. We want a running back. If you guys are going to aim for a running back, there's Travion Henderson, there's Quinshon Junkins. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe he was fighting for it, and they were like, no, we're going Jeanty, right? So then you go Jeanty. You don't really give him an offensive line to kind of work with. We knew we had a hole, at least at one guard position. Is Chip Kelly the type of personality to sit there and go, because if you listen to all the pressers, you got Pete Carroll saying we have to run the football, and then what do? We don't necessarily run the football too much. Basically, the Bears game was the biggest heavy dose that we saw out of Jeanty for the most part. Is Chip Kelly the type that's like, oh no, screw you, I'm going to do what I do, and I might screw you over because I know I'm the next up?
See, but that's a slippery slope, man.
I'm just throwing conspiracy theory.
Yeah, no, I feel it.
That's an interesting theory.
But the thing is, it's a slippery slope, because it's like, how can you even justify giving Chip the promotion?
True.
If he's put in such a bad, we're ranked 31st in offense right now.
Yeah, the only way you can justify it is if Mark Davis is looking for somebody on the staff that has experience. Chip is the only one that has head coaching experience. But be honest with you, man, I don't think Chip wants to be a head coach. Be honest,
you said that. I don't
think
he
wants. He had a head coaching job at a place where he could have been like mid, slightly above mid, and been cool, and just got paid and lived in Southern California, and he would have been cool just being there. But Chip he don't like the recruiting. He don't like doing NIL stuff. He don't really don't like the media. Like, he doesn't like all that touchy feely, like in personal interaction type stuff. You see him, he can't have a fucking joke. He can't even tell a joke. So he's not that kind of person. He's he's siloed off. He's an individual. Like, he's aloof. He's an introvert for the most part. Like, he doesn't want to do all this stuff. All he wants to do is football related activities. And so that's why I think what got him here is $6 million a year and no state income tax. Obviously in a warmer state, and get him out of college football where he doesn't have to do recruiting.
So in Dre, for sure, I see you, man. That's a very good comparison. Arian Foster is a good comparison to Jeanty. Mm-hmm. Just Arian Foster was bigger, right? But that's actually a really good comparison, running style wise. But then you couple it with, you gave me the job, but then you're giving me Brendan Carroll, which I'm sure Chip Kelly never would have wanted in the first place, as his run game coordinator. And Severe, you said Chip Kelly is more creative in his run game, in his formations, and the way that he gets the ball to his running backs. Yeah. So I'm sitting there going, where is that creativity? Is he now basically saying, no, screw you, I'm going to say I'm going to run left. Brendan Carroll, you design it, and I'm going to let you sink so that Pete Carroll essentially shits the bed. This offense looks trash, and maybe he just knows he's the next guy up. Again, I don't know if Chip Kelly is that savage and cutthroat to where he'd be like, bro, you have screwed me in so many different ways. I wanted my running back. You didn't get it. You picked Geno. Maybe Chip Kelly is like, I never wanted Geno. But Pete Carroll, that was your guy, and this is who you giving me? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Could you imagine? And again, tinfoil hat, I'm just looking at all the scenarios. Imagine back when Aiden O'Connell went down. What was the one quarterback that we thought could have made sense to bring on that was available?
DTR.
Off the street, DTR, which was Chip Kelly's quarterback at UCLA. But you traded for Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
So it's like, again, I'm just sitting there going like, how does Chip Kelly go from entering the NFL as one of the better offensive coordinator, one of the best offensive minds, and you heard it from a lot of people around the league, to all of a sudden literally looking like absolute shit and looking so predictable that it's just, is he doing it on purpose? I don't know.
Because the only reason I don't think he wants to be, the only reason I don't think he wants to be head coach or he has aspirations immediately to be head coach. Now maybe now plans have changed. Maybe he feels like, you know what, hey, this dude Pete Carroll, he's throwing me under the bus, but so now I'm gonna do him dirty. Because remember, Chip had interviewed for the job when AP was the coach, and that's when the thought around AP was like, okay, we got he was calling AP John Madden and stuff like that, right? Like, how they turned on him quickly. It's interesting. Turned their brother quick, but so that's when people thought that, it was going to be AP's job for the long run. So like Chip couldn't have been coming to that situation thinking, hey, you know what? I'm going to eventually usurp this guy and be the head coach. I just don't think he wants to be he wanted to be in college football at that time, then obviously we tried to hire Cliff Kingsbury instead. That didn't work out. At that point, Chip had taken a job working for Ryan Day. And then we pivoted to Luke Getsy. But my thought though, I always thought that Chip Kelly is okay being like a Tom Moore type, right? A Dick LeBeau on offensive side of the ball type, where he's just an offensive coordinator for life. He understands that. That's what he is. Bruce Arians before he got the interim job because Chuck Pagano had leukemia. Like I think he okay with being that kind of guy, because like I think that the more interesting guy who I would be looking at. I'm not saying this guy's tanking, but I'll be looking at as to why he came back was Patrick Graham. Like, why would Patrick Graham come back to work for a guy that's a defensive, when he has aspirations to be a head coach? So that lets me like that. I always thought that, the pipeline was going to be Pete Carroll, then he was going to go to Patrick Graham, because I think the only people who have become head coaches under Pete Carroll have been defensive guys, right? It's Dan Quinn. I think Robert Saleh had a cup of coffee there with them as a defensive assistant super long time ago. Oh no, Dave Canales. I think Dave Canales. I think that's the only offensive guy. But for the most part, it's been defensive guys. So it made more sense to me for it to be like, hey, you know what? Chip Kelly comes here. Patrick Graham is the next head coach, and you're Patrick Graham's offensive coordinator. You guys already have that chemistry right there, and and then Robbie Leonard steps up and he's the DC, and we kind of keep some continuity.
I'm with you. And Edgar, man, we might try to talk about a little bit of the trade, the potential trade topics, but we're running on about an hour and a half at this point. So, all right, you just kind of responded back. What running backs in the NFL perform well without a good offensive line? There's not many. That's why you need to address the offensive line.
Exactly.
We have two guys that we drafted that aren't even participating in games, not even on the sideline, which is wild.
Right.
And so, like, that's what we wanted. I don't know how long you've rocked with us, but that's what we wanted. We wanted to build the trenches first. Build them first. And you say people will be given several years to build this team. My only argument is, does he have several years to give? I have no clue, but based on what we're seeing right now, bro, it's gonna be tough to believe. I ain't betting money he's gonna be around for 3 or 4 years.
Pete Carroll's one doctor's appointment away from having to retire, bro. He's one doctor's appointment away from having to hang up the headset, bro. He ain't got several. You can't count on him being here for several years, man. You can't at all.
You can't. What up, Loon? What's going on, brother? Appreciate you rolling with us. Why? Don't be throwing. Will it be time for a mock draft after the bye week game? Jesus Christ, man. Jesus Christ. So cut the check, man. You throw another super chat, man. I appreciate you. I hope not, because it didn't work in Philly for Chip.
For a little bit, it did.
It did for a little bit.
Then it all fell apart.
Because it was like he shocked the league at that point. You know what I'm saying? I think just with his offense, because he was kind of the main one that really brought that type of speed. I mean, I know we had like the running shit, like all that, but like he brought that tempo where I don't think it's really been seen before in the NFL, and it did work. It did work, and I know we always bring up, you know, kind of what Shady did and Macklin and D-Jax and all that. Like they had an explosive offense, but then it was like the league caught up.
It's not even the league caught up. It's just that he's ostracized and traded away his best players, and so like you know, like you get like it's X's and O's are important, right? I think X's and O's in football. I think it's more important in football than it is just about any other sport. But you also have to have talent. And when you try to Sam Bradford out as your starting quarterback, and you got a decrepit DeMarco Murray out there, like. You know, and you got what's the country music boy as you you ain't got Macklin no more, and you ain't got DJ. You got
Riley Cooper.
You got Riley Cooper, Florida's very own 805, Florida's own Riley Cooper.
that guy. I remember that guy.
So it's not the same. It's not the same when you got those guys out there. So it looks a whole lot different. A whole lot different.
All right, LS has got a theory. Pay Chip a huge bag to teach Brennan Carroll what he knows. Brennan eventually takes over Pete as head coach and calls the offensive plays. and it's like it's not even like Brennan Carroll. It could even be his other son that is he's the passing game coordinator.
Nathan.
There's two sons on this coaching staff. That's like. And we went back and looked at Brendan Carroll's resume. Like, there's no reason why he should be in the NFL as the offensive line coach. Like, the offensive line coach. Like, it just – holy shit, it's frustrating. It
is.
It's so frustrating. So, Loon, I think LS, man, I appreciate you throwing a super chat out there, man. I think Chip is trying too hard to outsmart other teams with that. I know that you – I know that you know. I know what that mentality.
Maybe I see what he means. I see what he means.
But like, it's just so predictable. But again, is it Chip or is it Brendan Carroll as the run game coordinator? Like, Chip knows what he wants to do, but then it's up to Brendan Carroll to design the run plays based on what the defense. Based on the defenses that they're going to see.
Exactly.
Like, that's what the run game coordinator is supposed to do.
Exactly.
Is that they design it knowing that they're trying to match up properly and block schemes based on the defensive front that they're going to see. And it's not working. Like, there's so many examples of last week when you look at the game film, and we've shown it, we broke down game film. Like, the blocking scheme just doesn't make any sense. I mean, you run Trey Tucker on a quick, you call it a lightning handoff, a quick handoff to the outside, but then you pull DJ Glaze to the same side and kick the D end out to Trey Tucker. I'm still going like, what is that even like? I've never seen that in my 23 years of coaching. I've never seen that. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. And so, I don't know. Like, to me, it's like. And I'll put more tinfoil hat on. You ready for this?
Right.
Is Brendan Carroll trying to screw things over a little bit?
Oh.
So that you're trying to get Chip fired. Like, again, I'm just throwing because not a whole lot explains what the hell is going on. And so, yeah, it's just tinfoil, man. It's tinfoil.
I believe that because look at it. Look at it. When earlier in the year, there was a lot of questions and a lot of, Pete Carroll was getting a lot of questions about the offensive line, especially about JPJ. He was very defensive because that pertained to the ability of his son. Now, as you said, right, the run game coordinator designs the runs. They come up with the run, like with the running game plan for that week based on the opponent they're going to face, based on whatever personnel they're going to have elevated that week. Like the run game coordinator, and it's up to the offensive coordinator, whoever the play caller is, if it's the offensive coordinator or the head coach, they call the plays. Now, so you see, like, so he was very defensive about the offensive line, about JPJ. But now that we're not running the ball, what does he say? He doesn't say, "Oh, we're not being effective in the run game." He said, "I'm not the one calling the plays. I'm not the one calling the plays." He didn't say, "Oh man, we're not getting any traction in the run game," or we got to get the run game going, or the guys up front got to block better. He said, "I'm not the one calling the plays." So like it leads me to believe, hey, I believe that theory a lot more. Where Brennan Carroll, like maybe trying to get Chip up out of there.
I don't disagree. And here's the thing, right? I'm gonna dip off for just like 30 seconds, but Chris, I'm gonna let you handle this one because I know we all have a good response to this one. RR, he's following up, and let's also understand Spytek was Pete's choice. Pete has the power in that dynamic. Spytek doesn't have the clout to make any under the table deals with Chip. Was Spytek Pete's choice? Chris, you talk about this one. I'll be right back.
All right, let me think back. Nah, I don't know why. Nah, what would lead him to believe that? I'm trying to think back and how everything happened. We got Spytek.
Spytek didn't hire Pete. I don't, because we had that search firm. I don't know if he was involved with the interviews, but Spytek that's a Tom Brady choice. That's Tom Brady's guy. Now this guy he knew since Michigan. I don't know, they weren't really tight. But
they were in the same.
And they worked together in Tampa, and he used to have those weekly meetings, those game plan brainstorm meetings, whatever you call them. And that's when he kind of when you kind of scout the opponent,
right,
and do that whole deal, and then that's how.
Did we already have Pete though at that point? That's why I don't remember. Did we?
I don't remember. I think I don't know. I don't remember. That I don't remember. I don't remember if we hired Spytek first or Pete first.
Yeah, I can't. That's part I don't remember either. But there was nothing that made me think that was like Pete's guy though. Like I don't think there was any connection between them two.
No, it's not. It's not any connection between them two. Yeah, it was definitely Tom's guy. But
sure.
But like it does seem that Pete Carroll, he's having an outsized influence on what we're doing personnel wise, whether that be as a in terms of the draft or in terms of free agency, because like you look at these moves, all these guys they fit to a T what Pete Carroll has done and would want to do. So I hired Spytek the January 22nd. Let's see, let's see when we hired Pete.
Well, I know what you guys said, but the connection with Spytek is Tom Brady.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. Yeah.
Okay, so it's like that makes no sense that Pete was Spytek's guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It
makes no sense.
I remember. That's why I was like
Spytek has the relationship with Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Tom Brady, according to everybody, is calling the shots. So Spytek was Tom Brady's guy.
We hired Spytek first. January 22nd for Spytek, January 24th for Pete.
Hey, and again, lunatic is wilding.
He got the hat on. That's what that is.
He got that hat on. Lunatic is wilding right now.
God damn it. Oh, Loon, Loon, I don't know. I don't even want to know what Loon's getting into.
Yeah.
Man.
But look, at the end of the day, I know we talked a lot about kind of JPJ, and it kind of just moved us into just the drama of everything. And It's the bye week. We're going to end it with this. We appreciate this. That's been rocking. We appreciate everybody. If you guys can, just double tap that screen. If you can, it just likes the video. If you guys keep rocking with us, we appreciate it. I mean, you guys can. There's a Thursday night game. A lot of other people going live. We definitely appreciate you guys rocking with us. Here's the last thing we'll end with. It's the bye week. We only got a couple days left until they start prepping for the Jags, right? What do you think the coaching staff, the players need to be doing this week to turn anything around? What do you think that they need to be doing this week in order to have any chance at turning this thing around? And look, it could be an argument that some of these players have kind of checked out. I mean, you have reports that you had guys like Max Crosby and Adam Butler laughing on the sideline in the third quarter, just looking like they're having a good time. We just don't know what the state of the team is. And so I threw that question out. Chat, let me know. I'll try to do my best. Bring it up. Hit that hashtag Raiders before if you can. It'll help me kind of point it out. And so as you guys kind of think about that, I'll kind of give you my take on it first. First and foremost, they need to take the first 2 to 3 days, and they need to kind of get their come to Jesus moment. The players need to basically go separate themselves from everything and hit the reset button. That's what they got to do. Because no matter what's going on in the season, it is a grueling ass season. Physically, mentally, on your family, stuff like that. And so take 2 days, go do you. And then you got to come back and get the treatment done, get healthy, but you got to study the shit out of what's going on, whether it be playbook, whether it be philosophy, whatever it may be. You better come back firing. Coaching staff, guess what, coaching staff? You ain't taking a goddamn day off, because you better get back to the drawing board and figure out how you're going to coach these players up, how you're going to relay whatever message you've been trying to sending since the start of this season, and you better figure out a different way of sending it. Because at the end of the day, it ain't working. If you're gonna flip this thing around at all, then you better switch up whatever your message is and figure out a way to get it to these players. Because if you continue on this road, either Pete Carroll ain't here or position coaches aren't here, players ain't gonna be here. You better flip the script real quick. And just like coaches have to go to the drawing board before the players, right? Coaches have to prep for the next game. They got to prep for the scheme they're going to go against. They got to prep on how they're going to relay it to the players during practice, during film room. So coaches, you ain't get a goddamn day off. Get back to that drawing board and figure out how you're going to change up this message and get something better out of these players. And so that's what I think needs to happen this week. Again, to the players, they're the ones playing physical on game days. And so, look, you need to get your ailments right. You need to get your mind right, stuff like that. Get your body right. The coaches, man, you back your ass on that drawing board real quick. So, Chris, I'll throw it to you first. What are your thoughts? What do they need to do this week to straighten this shit out a little bit?
I mean, to be honest, man, you like you said, you gotta have that come to Jesus meeting, man, and find out who really wants to be here. And honestly, at this point, you're gonna get Brock back, so you'll get some guys healthy, and you just got to get these guys, I mean, just motivated. Like who wants to be here? If you don't want, like, honestly, all that stuff you're talking about in the beginning, that whole compete stuff, like only get the guys that want to be out there on the field, that want to play. And honestly, if it's those young guys that are hungry, that want to play, get them out there at this point. And that's why I hate what they did with JPJ so much, because he was one of those guys. Like, he wants to get out there. He wants to be a cornerstone of this team. Like, you don't discourage guys like that. Like, yeah, you can, if he's doing something that you don't like, coach him. Exactly. Don't be afraid to coach him. But just the bench him because of whatever reason we don't know, it's just ridiculous. But at this point, we got to see who still wants to be a Raider, man. I mean, that's all there is to it. We're not going to go to the playoffs. We're not going to go on a run. Who still has some pride and who still wants to be here? To me, that's the first thing you need to find out.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Kevin Lurk said, did JPJ make a remark of Brennan? Maybe. Who knows? He pissed off somebody. What up, Chef? AB in the house. What's going on, man? Cut the radio. Yeah, we hired Spy Tech first. Then Pete. I saw Loon's comments. God damn it, Loon. You are wilding. God, LS, we ain't doing it. Not yet, LS. We ain't doing it yet.
Almost, LS.
I know.
Almost that time.
Lose that Jags game.
Oh my God. Could you imagine?
Might have to fire that bad boy up, man. I have to fire that bad boy up.
Damn it. And Jeff, man, practice and not get days off during the bye week, man. Here's the thing. At least for me, it's like, look, I do think the players, it's a 17-game or 17-week season. I get those players some rest, get their bodies right, spend time with your family. Sometimes you got to get your mind right a little bit. It's grueling. But look, do they deserve it? That's a conversation to be had. But at the end of the day, man, it's a long-ass season, and you got to get your body right to have any success. So, Severe, man, what's your thoughts? What do you think? What do they got to do this bye week?
Look, man, I'm all. What's those real estate people be talking about? Sale, man. That's like get Jacoby up out of here. You know, get him off for a 4th or 5th. You know, get Michael Mayer up out of here. Look, get what you can get for him. For sure, get Tyree up out of here. Like it's a waste of time. Like it's, at this point, man. Like, look, I'm not trying to. What are we trying to salvage?
Right.
You know, like the most we can do is like, just barely miss the playoffs. Like that's not what I'm here for, man. Like, you know, like just barely missing the playoffs gets us nothing. We're not in the playoffs and we have worse draft position. This is SS, baby. Strategic substitutions.
SS is back. SS is back.
SS. It's never too far away with this team. Never too far away. So, you know, at this point, play the young.
Dylan Parham is somewhere like, hey, I know what to do from here, y'all.
Exactly.
I got it from here.
Right?
Hey, Dylan Parham, the only one is. Hey, I'm right here with Dylan. I'm right here with Dylan, baby. Like so, like at this point, play the young guys, man. Play the young guys. Why are we playing Forsyth? Get Charles Grant up in there. Let him do what he did that second play of the highlight. Let him do that. Let him do that. We got 10 more games. Let him do that for 10 games. We for sure picking number 1. We for sure. So let him, you know, like this point, just play the young dudes, man. Like it's no point in trying to go out there and rattle off some wins and you know, rally the troops. Like this team is not going to be competitive. We're not going to go to the playoffs and surprise nobody. Like it's just not happening. So at this point, see what we have in these dudes and start preparing for the next draft.
And I think that's so sad because it's like, it's not play them because they're ready. Play them because what the hell do we have to lose? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what sucks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what sucks is that we're just saying play them because screw it, nothing else is working. And that's where we have literally that's why we're a bad organization. Because we continue to kind of screw these players over and play them, not because they're ready, but because we have no other choice. Why not? You know, and I think it just goes to show the position that we're in and the state that this team's in. And so, look, ultimately, from here.
This has been the easy part of our schedule, right? This is the part we thought was going to be the easy part. We've been blown out 3 times. One time by backup. Like we've been blown out 3 times, and we're one of the worst offenses in the league. This is the easy stretch. Like we ain't even got to the hard stretch yet, like the difficult part of the schedule yet. This is, look, it's gonna get spooky. It's gonna get spooky.
Oh, it's gonna be tough. And here, look, and we have no advantage over the Jags. The Jags are coming off of a bye week as well, so they're just as well rested as us.
Right.
So it's gonna be tough. And you know, look, I think a lot of us, we don't have high hopes. We're already talking about mock drafts, but the one positive I think is that the nation, for the most part, is finally united, and we're like, we suck.
Yeah,
we suck. It's really it's come down to that, and we'll see just kind of how the rest of the season plays out. So, look, guys, we appreciate everybody that rocked with us. We typically go on Wednesdays, but again, that's on me. Wife's birthday. We decided to move. We decided to move it over to Thursdays. But we typically go live on Wednesdays, and we hit you guys after the game. There's no game this week, so we'll kind of talk about what we want to do. But we appreciate everybody that roll with us. You have plenty of other places to be. There's a game on tonight. We appreciate you rocking with us. If you guys can, double tap that screen before we get out of here. You got Chris Pick Show Podcast as well as The Severe Raider. I'm 805 Raider, Real Talk Raider Nation. We appreciate you guys. Chris, real quick, let them know what you got going. Let them know that you rock with us in the Raider War Room.
I rock with the Raider War Room. Salute to my brothers. You guys can find me on Protect the Show podcast on all social medias. Shout out to my boy Dub Raider. Me and him do some content on the weekends, man. So definitely check out his page, what he got going on. But besides that, just keep the faith, people. Keep the faith. Top 3 pick. Here we come, baby. And hashtag Muhammad Sanu.
Oh shit! All right, Severe. Let them know. Let them know what you got going on throughout the week.
So you guys know what it is, man. The Severe Raider, YouTube, IG, TikTok, Snapchat, X, it's True Social, Kick, Twitch, everywhere.
Everywhere.
Hey man, I gotta hit up True Social. I ain't been on there for a minute. I was see what he was saying.
Just see what's brewing over there, huh?
You probably banned by now.
Right, exactly. I haven't put him no profile pic yet.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Yeah,
they don't know what time
you
it is
yet. Boy, you lost.
Exactly. What you doing in this part of town? Like, yeah. But
just wear that red hat. You'll fit right in. Don't worry. You'll trick them. You'll trick them.
It's Red Hat Severe. This is my name over there. Red Hat Severe. Like, oh, you one of us. But nah, man. Yeah, we're my guys at Raider War Room, man. You know, usually it's Sundays and Wednesdays. Happy birthday to Miss 805. Mrs. 805.
Yes.
You know, I got the 50-50 show and Around the Shield with my guy PharoahNFL. It's Tuesdays and probably go live here with Pharaoh. Ain't no telling, man. But like I said,
don't give a time. I was waiting for you the other day.
Supposed to say 7:30, but you know, look, hit the notification. Hit the notification, man. You'll be notified, man. If you're not catching the replay, we got memberships going, man. You know, make sure y'all hit the membership, man. I hit 1,500. So I'm gonna be starting off the Mondays, man. Monday night madness with you know, Monday's about to get real severe around here. So holla at your boy.
Man, wait about that.
Wait for that.
I know. All right, man. So hey,
it's gonna be wild.
If y'all know, hey, for me, I'm 805 Raider, Real Talk Raider Nation, man. I appreciate everybody. You know, we rock out here in the Raider War Room. I do my own individual videos, but I've been doing a little more just kind of lives, popping on when I can. Again, don't have a lot of time with the wife and kids and all that stuff, but when I can, just kind of jump on. I pop on, I might do a solo, but I always rock out with my guys at Raider War Room. If you guys can, double tap that screen. We appreciate all the subscribers. We appreciate everybody viewing. We appreciate the members. We appreciate the super chats, man. You guys keep throwing them out there. We definitely appreciate it. At the end of the day, guys, we won.
LS, you got her a black Raider shirt. That's what you got.
Right. You got like a Raider speaker and a Raider coaster. So y'all think of me.
You guys don't even want to know what I got her. It was a Raider shirt, but I got her a white. But I got her a white one. I got her a white one.
A white one. Why would you put that? Why did you make her put that on, man? I know. Obligated. She got to wear a jacket over it now. So
and a Paris bobblehead too. And a Paris bobblehead. You're right. Man, you guys are wild. Jesus Christ, man.
You put a ribbon on top of a box of 805 beer. You gonna drink all of those?
Whatever you don't drink,
you gonna drink all of those, baby? If not,
oh shit!
I got your help right over here.
Oh man, you guys are good times. God damn it! Hey, new listener, Ozar, appreciate you hitting that sub button. It's awesome. We just a way we show our appreciation to our subscribers. We appreciate you being a new one. Shout out to everybody, man. So, yeah, LS. That's LS now is the comic relief. We appreciate you.
Oh, we needed it. We needed it.
I know. We needed it through this time. So hey, look, we appreciate you guys. Double tap that screen on your way out. Have a great rest of your week. Shit. We'll see you guys in the next one. We're out of here.